Hey cookies, hope you're doing well and staying safe. Today we got a topping guide for you all about Affogato Cookie. Very excited about this one. This was a new one here in the February 24th update. So super exciting. It does a lot of damage. So we're going to talk about that here in a second and appreciate you tuning in. As always, flip me a like, smash subscribe. Mythras Cookie here as your host. Love to see you around some more and thank you for your support as always. If you got a question or comment throughout today's episode, shoot me a note down below in the comments. Love to hear from you, or feel free to hop on the Discord server. I love hearing that feedback. But with that said, we got timestamps down below where we will break down Affogato Cookie. We'll go into the topping guide and details for you. And then additionally, we'll go take Affogato for a spin. And last but not least, do a little bit of retrospective on today's topping guide episode. So thank you again, as always, for tuning in. We got a ton of stuff here on the channel. So let's get moving because you're here to see Affogato Cookie. So Affogato Cookie is a bomber cookie. This is a middle cookie. Now, as a bomber, usually I call it spread damage or area of effects. And this one does a lot of damage. It's a cool new addition to the cookie meta, as we like to say as well. A great one for PvE, a fun one for PvP as well. And let's go ahead and take a look. So we got Sweet Scheme or Scheme. I take that back. My English is terrible. Scheme. At 15 seconds here. It secretly curses the enemy with the highest attack. So it targets cookies first. That's always important. If you want to get rid of those damage dealers behind, this is a big piece for you here. Now, the cursed target cannot receive any buff effects for a certain period of time. So you also lock them out of buffs, limited buffs that can be dispelled. And the cursed target will also receive amplified debuffs and will spread poison, inflicting periodic damage to nearby enemies and themselves. If poison becomes dispelled, it will cause great damage to nearby enemies. So this is really big and very interesting. It gives you a great additional way to think about taking out your opponents. And then also from a PvE perspective, really good in things like alliance and those kinds of things. So target can't receive buffs for 10 seconds, amplified debuffs 30%, huge, for 10 seconds. Poison damage every 0.6 seconds for 10 seconds, a total of 600% damage, huge. Area poison damage every 1 second for 10 seconds, total of 180%. The poison dispelled at 360% damage to nearby enemies. Huge, my friends, that's huge. So this thing is an absolute bomb. No pun intended, right? So keep those things in mind. So what does that mean that we want to be on with Affogato Cookie? Well, let's take a look. Well, if you saw there, obviously, you need to be on 5 searing raspberries. That's correct. You want to be on searing raspberry because you want to boost your attack percent. Additionally, you want to be on 5 because with 3 you get attack percent 3, with 5 you get additional 5% attack. Here we have attack at 49%. Look at that, 8.8k. Huge. A little squishy. Defense is all right, but that's the key piece. Now, the next piece when it comes to the toppings here, when we drill into that in details, is these additional bonus effects. So the thing about the bonus effects here that you want to be looking for is additional attack percent. You also like to have attack speed and certainly cooldown percent. Crit is always nice there as well. So those things being first and foremost in terms of additional damage dealing is key. Next, we got squishability, as I call it, or squishiness. So here, because we are so squishy, what you want to be able to do then is get things like health and damage resist to essentially make sure that you have additional survivability, because obviously if you get hit first, boom, this cookie is toast. So you want to keep those things in mind in terms of second pieces or secondary effects there, additionally, or bonus effects. Defense can help too as a flat rate, but the damage resist is much better. So let's go ahead and look at how I got Affogato Cookie built. And if you've checked out my locked and loaded episode or series or episodes where we go through and we 12 all these, you can certainly see additional things. So here we have crit resist, attack, amplify buff, not super great. Here we have attack speed, defense, damage resist is good, and that's a high one with 5.7%, almost out of 6, so near perfect, which is huge. Here we have defense, debuff resist. Now again, attack speed. So again, this one's got a little bit more squishiness protection. Defense, attack speed at 2.9, cooldown at 1.4. Attack speed almost perfect, which is big. Additionally here, we got attack, crit resist, attack speed. Attacks at 3%, so that's huge. Crit resist, and then attack speed. Attack speed goes up to 3, so mediocre. And that is what we have. So a blend of survivability, some good, just additional strong attack in there, which is huge. Again, ultimately gain this to 49%, which is really nice. And then you can see all the other effects that we have going on with our cookie as well. So that is our drill down and overview of the toppings for our topping guide. With Affogato Cookie. Now we're going to move forward and take Affogato Cookie for a spin here. So let's do it. We love to go to 829. We have a lot more to go grind for our cookies here as well, so we'll keep that in mind. Let's flip out Black Raisin Cookie. You can check out that guide. So if you've caught a few of mine today, you can see really working hard here on the channel. Let's move in Affogato Cookie, flip that in, there we go. So it stays in the middle. We bump Sea Fairy back. Let's get going. So what I'll do is, what I like doing as well is we'll slow it down a little bit. We'll get off auto, we'll slow it down just a little bit. We'll show you how the skill works. So there it is. You can see these things coming in. You can see the damage over time, which is huge. We should have been calling that out before with the dot. So we'll go back down here. So there's the highest damage. So you can see how it's hitting the other one nearby too. Super big. Now, where it makes a bigger difference, again, is if it has that debuff. We're not going to be able to hit that here, I don't think, today. But in a PvP situation, might happen, depending on what they're playing. So now we'll get off this, we'll get off auto, and we'll hit our last guy here with Affogato Cookie. Ooh, wrong one. But you can see that it's hitting the other stuff. And we'll take that guy out. So very cool in terms of that damage over time that we see, or dot, and massive amounts of damage there with Affogato Cookie. So let's go back, close out today's episode for you, and go from there, my fellow cookies. Freshly baked. All right, so we talked about Affogato Cookie, the bomber, the nuker, the damage over time. Additionally, we are on 5 raspberry, Syrian raspberry toppings. That's the guide here today. We talked about some of the drill down and the key pieces like attack speed, crit, those kinds of things, and secondary things to give some survivability here to your bomber cookie. So cookies, thank you so much as always for your time. I hope you enjoyed the Affogato Cookie topping guide today. Flip me a like, smash the subscribe. I'd love to see you around some more because we got a ton of stuff here on the channel, a great community, and thank you everyone as always for your support. Much appreciated. Questions, comments, let me know down below, or feedback. I'd love to hear from you, or feel free to hop on the Discord server. Now, with that said, my fellow cookies, thank you as always. We'll see you again soon. We got a ton of stuff coming your way here on the channel. And until next time, Mythras Cookie out.